All right, today we're going to be taking a look at my Midway Joker Ball machine from, I believe, 1959. Some sources say 1960. There's not terribly much information on this machine on the internet, and my cabinet is absolutely phenomenal on this game. Let's just show you some gameplay. I'll do one a little ways out so you can see everything happen at once, and then I'll zoom in on the play field. So. Takes a dime if you don't have any credits in the credit counter. They call it points. It's gambling. Doesn't matter if it says for amusement only. This was gambling back in the day. So put a dime in. Balls eject. Buttons reset. And let's see what I pulled. I've got 3 aces, a queen, and a jack. That's actually pretty good. Unfortunately, you cannot win off of 3 of a kind on this machine. Your smallest win is a full house or a 4 of a kind. So in this case, I want to keep my 3 aces and try again on the queen and the jack. So I select queen of hearts, push that down, and then jack of diamonds, push that button down, and then I hit the ball kick out button over here. I'm going to hope for one of those to land in that other ace or the wild joker. Come on, come on. Nope. So, no win there. Cards drawn, buttons pressed, lights up. And it's going to cycle like this and keep making these noises for about a minute and a half or so to cycle through all the possible wins. You can usually see if you've won relatively quickly, and even when you haven't won, that doesn't stop you from putting another dime in and starting the game. You don't actually have to wait for the cycling to stop. While it's clicking away, you can, well, actually that was relatively quick. That was like maybe 40 seconds, but let's try again. All right, 2 nines. Actually, I've got 4 diamonds right now, so 4 diamonds. If I can land the jack of diamonds, the 10 of diamonds, or the joker, that'll give me a flush. So let's eject the 9 of clubs, and come on, diamonds. Those are on the bottom row. So here we go. Joker? Nope, nothing. All right, I'm gonna put my phone here, and we're gonna take a couple more videos of the gameplay, since I mean it is so short in terms of gameplay, and then we can go look at the inside. I'd at least like to get a win on video. That was a bunch of crap. So now we can just keep the queens and go for 4 queens, potentially maybe a full house if I get really lucky. Nope, nothing. Another dime. Got joker and 2 10s. That's about it. All right, well, let's go for 4 10s. We can land another one with one of our 2 balls. If we get 5 10s, get both of them. Oh, there's one. There it is. And then the points count up. It says points collected down here. And I've won 2 points for getting 4 9s, 10s, or jacks. So there's your score chart. Fortunately, that only pays me back 2 dimes, but because I have the credits, I can now hit the kind of hidden credit button and just use credit. Oh, you got the joker. Joker and 3 clubs. Let's go for flush. All right, let's reject the king of hearts. And come on, give me another club. Come on. Oh, that's not happening. All right, use my other credit for my free game. Two kings, 2 jacks, and a 10. We can get a full house. That shouldn't be too hard. Get over there. Oh, not in that one. All right, keep the queens, I guess. Takes a little while to select your cards there. They're all in every direction. Oh, I thought I might have had 4 queens there. What a shame. Oh yeah, this isn't looking too great. Go for diamonds. Nope. Really hard to get flushes in this game. Well, I would say it's much easier to get 4 of a kind than it is to get a flush. So like right now, I'm almost tempted to just go for the 2 kings than for the diamonds. But yeah, you know what? Let's go for the 2 kings. Let's take the diamonds out. Having really bad first launches. Nope. All right, I've got 6 dimes left. All right, there we are. Oh, that's a flush off rip. That's a flush on the first shot. Yeah, no kidding. Okay. Well, in the case that you do win on the first shot, it says right there, points are collected only after ball kickout button is operated. So if you hit none of these buttons, then, you know, nothing fires and you're awarded your points. Once it figures out that I've got a flush, it's got to search for it. There it is. Found it. Points collected, lights. I've got 5. So let's just use those 5 credits and then be done. That was really good. Flush on 1 launch is crazy. All right. Well, the aces are the best cards, so let's keep the aces. And go. Nothing. All right, come on. 2 10s, 2 jacks, ace. Let's go for full house. 10 or jack, 10 or jack. Nope. Found these racquetballs at Dick's Sporting Goods, but I wouldn't mind getting. There are these other balls that I found. The original ones that the machine had said Pennsy Pinky, Pennsy Pinky on them. I think those were the original balls. So get some 9s in here. Come on. Nope. 2 of my credits left, and then I'll be done. All right, diamonds again. Yeah, I'm just saying, let's go for queens. Nope. Last credit. Come on, something good for the last one. Okay, not bad, not bad. So we've got Joker and 2 9s, so let's pop 10 and ace. See if we can't get got ourselves a 4 of a kind or even a 5 of a kind. 5 9s would pay 30 points. Nope. Not happening. Well, anyways. That's Joker Ball. Earlier, best I've seen is my girlfriend got a 5 jacks by getting the 4 jack holes in the Wild Joker, and that paid 30 points. Then she played for another like hour and a half just off those 30 points. She ended up getting up to 41 points by getting a straight flush and other stuff like that. It's kind of fun. I'll play one game and watch the top here. It's kind of fun to watch the top. It also makes selecting the cards a lot easier because the way they're oriented. See, I can easily see that I've got 2 diamonds or 2 jacks, and then I can just 10 of clubs. I don't want that. Queen of diamonds. Don't want that. And then king of spades, don't want that. Cards drawn, button press. Get some more jacks. Nope, nothing. So, in order of, let's open this here. Kind of a nice little door on here. Beautiful condition stuff in this game. It's your coin box. Very, very peculiar box, a little slanted. You got to push it all the way to the right to actually collect the dimes. And then a screw over here, presumably for hanging the backdoor key. The backdoor key, and I can show you the cabinet sides here. I still should have scrape that off. But yeah, the cabinet on this is just immaculate on this thing. Somebody had at one point put a bunch of flyers on the side, and the staples were still in there. I had to pry like 30 staples out of the side of this thing. And unfortunately, it didn't damage the artwork. If anything, maybe the flyers help protect the artwork. So turn the back door, key, open her up, and then you've got adjustments on adjustments back here. My God. So in order, you've got the start relay, the 3-of-a-kind relay, 4-of-a-kind relay, 5-of-a-kind relay, 5 points control, straight made, flush made, full house, win, and down here, kicker relay, joker, pair of aces, pair of queens or kings, pair relay, 2 points control relay, points control, unit relay, points reset, lock, ace-9, first scan, second scan, third scan, and fourth scan. You've got your cards drawn relay latch, and your tilt relay latch, and then a service outlet. Your tilt bob's up here. I'm gonna tilt the game. Lights up. Bless me. Right up front. Replays reset. This counts up every time you turn off the game and turn it on, and you've got replays accumulated, because that's how they got the replays. Excuse me. There were no knockoff switches on this machine, so if you had 14 replays and the bartender you wanted the bartender to pay you 14 dimes, because that's what you won, he would come down here on the front of the cabinet to the on-off switch. He would turn it off and then back on, and it would immediately count down your replays and add those to the replays reset counter back here, which actually still works in this game, surprisingly. You also have 2 motors. You've got your scan motor. Takes a while to get to the other position. Looks like it does some of those scan relays. Your home position on that is the screw going through the top when this finger is right about here. And then your home position on this one is the finger being right about here, marked in yellow. Same screw up top. This is your score motor. That one runs much faster. And then your 0 position switch. Top switch operates ace-9 relay. Bottom switch operates scan motor. So the motor run switch. And then you've got a whole bunch of labels here for your motor switches. You can just read these on your own, thankfully. You got game over relay switch when it is pounded. Somebody would pound the back, and potentially maybe that would also knock off the credits. I'm not sure. No, that wouldn't be. You know, I don't know. I'll have to win some credits, and then that gave me some credits. So with those credits, no, it doesn't do it. All right, so up here you've got your jacks. There's a bunch of adjustments. The jack in the left position allows points to be made on first launch only. So I would assume the jack in the left position means you can't even launch a second time, which honestly, I've never put it in the left position, but heck, for the video, let's plug this in on the left side and see what that does. As I clean at least the male side of the Jones plug, so hopefully it'll be okay. If I can plug it in, my goodness, this is a tight fit. It's never been plugged in, probably. All right, I'm gonna turn this off before I shock myself, and I'm just gonna force it in. Come on now. All right, here we are. Cool. So, let's throw a dime in there. Well, it's still clicking away, even though I haven't pressed the button to push the balls out. If I try rejecting the jack, well, it still lets me reject the jack. That's cool. Huh. That is interesting. Go queen 9. So it stops looking for a win after you press the ball kick out button. That's interesting. But I believe with the jack also in this position, you can win more. You know, a jack in top position allows for 400 points for 5 aces. Drop 1 for 200 points, for 100 points, 3 for 70 points, full game only. And that's what my scorecard says is the full game. 200 points in the top position for 5 kings or queens, then 100 points or 50 points on full game only, what it's in. Jack in top position permits 3 queens and 3 kings to score 2 points. Jack in bottom position eliminates 3 queens and 3 kings from scoring. On full game, 3 of a kind does not score. So this is, if your jack's in this position, you can only play one round, one shot. This decides whether you can win off 3 of a kind or not. And that doesn't even matter if you've got the full game and you kick the balls out. You never win on 3 of a kind if you got a full game going. Jack in top position allows for 5 points for 9s, 10s, or jacks. Jack in bottom position only allows 2 points. Jack in top position allows coin to reset game directly. Jack in bottom position allows coin to operate points unit and button resets game. Honestly, the jack in the top position that allows 5 points for 4 9s, 10s, or jacks, I feel like that would be better for scoring here, because it is really, really difficult to get a good game going on this. And honestly, if I were able to print out another scorecard and the original one in here didn't look already so pristine, I'd probably put this jack up here to make it 5 replays for getting those. Otherwise, let me put my 1 coin in. I did change a jack around, so now this coin should just count up my credits. Yep, count up my credits. Then I can hit the credit button. Just another adjustment. No win there. I still have the jack in just 1 position, so. All right, so that unlocks. That unlocks. And the whole front swings open. I gotta get the door out of the way. Motor's going, looking for stuff. Here you've got your point control unit, just a stepper. This is the first position here. You got your little tiny cute, points. That's a relay. That's a relay. It's so cute. And then your 1 switch for when you've got credits. That opens when you've got no credits. So if you want to be on free play, see, opens as soon as I get a credit. Closes and stays closed. Got these really cool, weird, like trip bank style relays. I like these little designs, like flush unit. Switch makes it 5th position. You've got 1 coil that brings it all the way up. Then you've got another coil that latches it, and the spring brings it down. So position 1, position 2, position 3, position 4, and then position 5, the switch makes. You've got full house unit. The switch makes it the 3rd position. So you push them all the way up, and then, oh, oops, I hit him. I hit everything. You gotta only hit the relay. So 1, 2, 3 makes that switch. Timer switch opens at the 5th position. You can see it's opened, so my stuff will start trying to score as soon as and you can just watch him go. So comes down a little. Yep, open the switch, he's done. And then the straight unit, same as the flush unit, switch makes it the 5th position. So, really, really neat stuff. You even have a freaking display light jack. Light goes out when game is over, or light always on. Like, the amount of adjustments they gave you the option to use is crazy on this game. You've also got your play field. Oh, this is also the vintage of, you know, kind of Williams game sort of way, where they tell you that you do not want a fuse in both holders. You should only put a fuse in either this empty holder or the holder up top, because that's how to do high tap on this game, which is also interesting. There's a completely separate fuse holder that's just used for the strong kicker option, because you also have a ball kicker control jack. If you didn't have enough options yet, you can make it the normal kick or the strong kick. I have mine plugged in up top for the strong kick. Yeah, every one of these is just a solenoid that puts a plunger up to kick them off, and then a switch that has 2 make switches, and that's literally it. So that's your mirror. Oh my gosh, I'm on video. Hi. Good thing I got my clothes on now. The only other thing I can mention is this panel, where you take this panel off, and then the only thing in here is your coin mech, your ball kick out button, and then all these buttons right here. The way the buttons work is you can push all of them down if you want to, but when it's ready to kick a ball out, it's only looking for the balls that are actually in there. I feel like the switches that the balls are physically sitting on are kind of like the interlock switches for the game, if that makes sense. So, or for the coils that actually kick them out, because even if you push down all the buttons to kick, you know, every single kicker, it's not going to kick every single kicker. It's only going to kick the kickers that actually have balls in them. So I'm kind of thinking that the solenoids there are kind of like an interlock basis. So let's get some dimes out. Throw a couple more on there. Oh, I actually still already had credits from when I counted the unit up on my own. Oops. So now we're back to original gameplay, essentially, almost. See, like, I can push every single button down, lock them all in place, and there's a coil on each one of these that resets them after you start a new game. But only the ones that actually had balls in them fire. So, kind of interesting. It's like, you hit the start button, credit depletes by 1, balls kick out, and then boom! All your buttons come up. Let's go queen and 10. See that flush? Oh, whoa, almost. Oh my God, I got it. I got it. There it is. And that's straight flush. So, 29. That paid me 10. Because my joker counted for the jack of diamonds. That's straight flush, which pays 10. Well, that's a good thing to end it on. Except I did forget one thing to show you. My back glass is a little shot, as you can see. Still nicer than most of the glasses that I've seen pictures of. I was going to tilt it anyways. All right, so to take replace all the bulbs, there's a little paper that says, take this screw out right here. all it is just this one screw, and you get the whole back off. Unfortunately, you might have noticed I don't have LEDs in this machine. I have incandescent bulbs. It's because you can't put LEDs in this machine. It says right here, caution, use only 20-volt bulbs, number 1458. And you can't order these darn things anywhere. So I ripped these out of a one-ball horse racing game victory special that I had. It was just a parts machine. I just assembled it, and I took everything off, and I have a whole bin full of bulbs. There it is. There it is right here. A bin of bulbs. Next to my vintage change machine as well. So put a quarter in, and then twist the knob. Get 2 dimes and 1 nickel. Ain't that something? So that's the cover for this. But going to be having this game here at Vintage Oasis. This never lights up. It says collect points. There's a socket missing back there, and it isn't used in this machine. Just assuming they didn't realize that how they were going to operate it. They made that back glass prematurely. Unfortunately, some goober sprayed the top with blue before me. I just sealed the back glass best I could. And yeah, that is Midway's Joker Ball. This being the first video footage of this thing even operating on the internet. Pretty much all original parts, 100%, minus of course the racket balls. The ones that I had were completely demolished, and they just, like you could see, just from shipping the game again. This is the crap from the original racket balls. All this pink stuff. They were just deteriorated beyond all belief. So, hope you enjoyed seeing the inner workings and stuff with Midway's Joker Ball. And I hope if you have one of these things, like it's really actually pretty simple. I was shocked with how little time I spent fixing this compared to a pinball machine. I was like, oh, this is so different. I'm not going to understand what anything does. I'm just going to clean everything and then troubleshoot, maybe because I don't have the schematics. But no, everything worked after I burnished and cleaned and adjusted everything, and I haven't had a single problem with it. No, it's great, and I'm hoping people at Vintage Oasis enjoy it for just a dime. Let's hope it stays working a long time. Take care. See ya.